Morning, June 5th, new comic book day. This is a contest entry for Bear Island Comics contest. He asked to what is our the Game of Thrones, what would be your King's Guard? What are your 7 people to travel with you, cook with you, go on adventures with you? Famous people, fantasy, alive or dead. And so I thought about it. And mine are kind of on the heavy side with power, muscle. Yes, I have different reasons for things, and they're not all that way. But anyway, I came up with my list of 7. First one I came up with was Superman. He was my favorite superhero as a kid. He was raised here on Earth. He has his heart. He was a DC version of Captain America. He was the Boy Scout. He think about it. How hard is it to kill Superman? It took Doomsday, a monster of the same birth planet as him, to be able to do it. So definitely, Superman, just for purely muscle, standpoint, and and raised human, but purely muscle. The second one I picked was Thor with Stormbreaker. That is the difference. Yes, I like him with Mjolnir, but with Stormbreaker, he'd already gone through Ragnarok. He had learned that his power wasn't defined by the hammer, as Odin said in Ragnarok. Are you Thor, god of hammers? He was Thor, god of thunder. The power came from within him. The hammer merely helped him channel it. So I think that, especially in Infinity War, he was so much more powerful into Infinity War and the end of Ragnarok than he was before, because he finally learned that his power wasn't his hammer. He was his power. And let's see. Next up, I have, the next 2 are my humans on the group. Iron Man. Iron Man because he was a survivor. Very, think what he did to get out of the cave. He was a genius and all that. Just so many times things were done because he helped will it. I mean, think about it. He helped defeat Thanos because he figured out how to make time travel work. Bruce Banner would have been forever making Ant-Man a baby, but Tony made it happen. And next, the other human would have been Batman, Bruce Wayne. Just because he has brains just like Tony, world's greatest detective, but also just because of who he is. I mean, think about how many pure humans with no superpower can go toe-to-toe with all these other gods. Can keep up with Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. He's just human, but somehow he can keep up. What else did I have? Spider-Man. I did have Spider-Man. He was the last one I had to fill up on my slot when I was picking others. I originally picked someone else, but I decided Spider-Man was what I wanted because the whole, his whole motto of, he's powerful, but he's also, great power comes great responsibility. All my characters, while half of them are heavy on the power and the muscle, they all have a reason to be good. They're all good for character reasons, the moral code. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man here. So with great power comes great responsibility. My right-hand man, I decided, was the number 6 on the list here was Captain America. For the very reasons why he was chosen to be the super soldier in Captain America, like the doctor said, a strong man can lose respect for the power, but a weak man knows the value of strength and will use it to protect others. Plus he did the right thing, even if it was the wrong thing for the right reasons, like in Civil War. He refused to sign those Sokovia Accords. He always did the right thing and just didn't ask permission. So that's why I think Captain America would have been my right hand for the leader of the guard, because of who he was. why he was chosen to be Captain America. His heart, his courage, his principle, morality. And last but not least, the only villain, but for the sake of the video, like you said, villain turned good guy for the honor of serving us, Thanos. I picked Thanos because of, again, he was in Infinity War. He was a villain you love to hate. Yes, he was a murderer, warlord, but he was principled in a way. He was honored and principled, and I can understand far more than some people would the idea of limited supply and too many people. Trying to lottery genocide, for lack of a better word, like he tried to suggest for his home planet of Titan, to save his world, sacrifice half the people, but randomly fair. So I understand his viewpoint there. He was just ultimately trying to save, doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. I mean, you got the opposite ends of Captain America and Thanos. Same reasons I like them, they're just on different sides of the spectrum. And plus, at the beginning of Endgame, before his younger version came to the future, Thanos had ultimate power, was a god. And what did he do? He destroyed the stones the second snap to prevent himself from being the god, because all the world stones were temptation. So again, he did his mission and then he got rid of power. To put it in historical context, he was George Washington in that regard, that he had ultimate power with control of the army, but after he won the Revolutionary War, after he served 2 terms as president, he walked away from power when he could have been king for life. Thanos just wanted retirement. So that's why I picked him for the final slot. So like I said, I have my 7 are Superman, Captain America. Well, this is not what you want to do. Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Batman, Spider-Man, and Thanos. All of them, in one way or another, were, I thought, the right thing for the right reasons. The moral code. Yeah, Superman, Captain America, Thanos, and Thor are the power hitters with more muscle, but they still are on a team for another reason other than their muscle. I don't have them just for the sake of power. But that's my contest entry. It ends July 7th, not July 7th, July 4th. And yeah, this is an entry for Barrel Island Comics contest entry. Hope you like my video. Hope you like my list. Apologize, it's not in a format, so I can write the list down on your comment as well. I'll write your list down on comment as well, just so you have a more version of it. But this is the explanation I wanted to have, so I did a video. It's a little easier to explain why I chose them. It's just the dynamic, the moral reasons is why I picked them. Some of them are more powerful than others, but they always did the right thing. They always had the right thing for a reason. They were survivors. They had the heart of a human. They had compassion and respect. Compassion, respect, and dedication, and the willingness to do what needed to be done. In that case of Captain America and Thanos, for sure. They do what had to be done. So, that's my Kingsguard. If I was ruling my throne in Game of Thrones, hope you like my entry, and have a happy day, everyone. Bye.